Hey YouTube, what's chill? It's your old pal Fluff Ship. We like to have a lot of fun games on the channel, and those are great. But today we're here to discuss something a little more serious, which is the death of the ruthless, cold-blooded killing of George Floyd. Now, this is so awful. It's news in a sense, but in another sense, it's not news. This kind of thing has been happening for years to innocent black and brown people. Either innocent black and brown people or black and brown people who have committed extremely, minor offenses. Tiny offenses. It's been happening for years. It needs to end now. To me, this is all a part of the racism that black and brown people have faced in this country since they arrived here, as early as in the case of Estevanico, the Moorish slave who was mistreated by the Spanish, 1538, several historical factors behind that, but we won't go into it. In the case of African American or African descended people or African people in the Virginia colony, I believe 1619. This is just a diluted form of that. The racism is the same at the core of all of these issues. It's just been diluted. It started off as slavery and lynchings of people. Then once slavery was abolished, that same racism manifested itself in the form of unjust sharecropping. And then after that, once sharecropping became more or less obsolete, it manifested itself in the form of Jim Crow. And once that was over, it's manifested itself more in the form of the racism of it's manifested itself in the racist criminal justice system here in the United States. And see, again, the racism is at the core of all of this. It's just been diluted. That's the only reason, Mitch McConnell, that blathering idiot in the Senate, goes out and says, we shouldn't need to pay any reparations. Well, you know what? Yes, you should. Yes. The U.S. government should be required to pay reparations to black and brown people because you know what? It's still going on. It's just in a more diluted form. It's extremely. I mean, I know a lot of people are gonna peg me for another white kid talking about an issue surrounding race in America, and I understand that. It would. I don't know that experience. I've never been in the. If I were a young black kid, maybe instead of being white, I can almost guarantee you I would have a much higher likelihood of getting getting shot or getting arrested for a minor offense or getting hurt by the police. I guarantee you that my chances would automatically spike. Why? Because the criminal justice system is rigged, it is racist, and it is wrong. It needs to change. And you know what? Donald Trump just called those protesters thugs. Protesters are not the thugs. It's not the case here. The protesters are not the thugs. I support the protesters. I say, let the police stations burn. Maybe don't kill the officers, but let the stations burn until justice is served. And those protesters are not the thugs. The real thugs are the police officers who go around killing black and brown people who have either committed extremely minor offenses or at least minor relative to their punishment, or who are completely innocent. It's like Ahmaud Arbery. He's a jogger. He's jogging. And he gets shot for jogging in a predominantly white neighborhood. It's unbelievable. And you know what? Republican policymakers and Donald Trump, they call these people thugs. They are complicit in all of this. They will do nothing to change any of these policies. Republican policymakers and Donald Trump are completely complicit, and they need to get the message that unless they start doing something about this issue, they will be voted out of office. And at least the way I see it, they won't do anything about it. Things aren't going to change with Republicans at the helm of our government. I'm not saying that Democratic policies as of recent have been absolutely perfect, but they're certainly, at least the way I have examined policy in recent years, the Democrats seem to have the leg up in that respect. But this goes way beyond politics. This is a very simple matter of human rights. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Like or dislike this video. Tell me why in the comment section below. Subscribe if you want more content. But till next time, this is your old pal Fluffship signing out. So long, everyone.